Welcome back, everyone, to the Deep Dive. We're coming to you right here from Overton County, Tennessee.
Good to be here.
And today, well, we've got a truly fascinating, and I'll admit, maybe a little bit unsettling, stack of sources to dig into. This ain't just a surface scratch, y'all. We're talking about a concept that's really bubbling up from the dizzying speed of new technology.
That's right. It's making a lot of folks really ponder the very nature of, well, what we consider real.
So what are we diving into today?
Well, today we're looking deep into an idea that's gaining some real traction. Comes straight from these rapid jumps in artificial intelligence, AI.
Okay.
It's called the prompt theory. And, this idea, it fundamentally challenges our understanding of reality, who we think we are, our identity, even the very notion of free will. It's one of those ideas that, well, once you hear it, it kind of sticks with you.
Yeah, I bet. When I first heard the name, I thought, well, now that sounds like something straight out of a science fiction picture show, don't it?
It does have that feel initially.
My first thought was, well, that's quite a leap, you know. But then, like our sources describe, there's this uncomfortable feeling that kind of sets in.
Right, that sort of stomach-dropping, skin-crawling sensation.
Exactly. Where your brain just whispers, wait now. What if this is actually real? And I reckon that's our mission today, ain't it? To truly unpack this weighty idea, pulling from these sources we got, and maybe explore what it might mean for all of us right here in Overton County and beyond.
Absolutely. So let's lay out the core concept first. What is the prompt theory?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so it basically suggests that our entire lives, every single thought you've ever had, every memory you hold dear, every choice you think you've made, even, the very core of your personality, it might not actually be, well, genuinely your own.
Whoa, okay.
Instead, this theory suggests they could all just be the result of a detailed prompt.
Like instructions.
Exactly. Think of it like a complex set of instructions fed into some unbelievably sophisticated AI system. Kind of like how today's AI can make a picture or a video just from you typing in a description.
Yeah, I've seen that stuff. It's wild.
So prompt theory takes that idea and, well, applies it to us. It suggests our whole existence could be a predetermined, simulated reality, all kicked off by a prompt.
Now that's a concept that'll make you sit up straight, won't it?
It really does.
It's got that unsettling thing about it where, like you said, it sounds kind of far-fetched at first blush, but the more you mull it over, the more it starts to hit you with this kind of unnerving sense of, well, maybe. It's like those ideas that start quiet in the back of your head and then just get louder.
And it's worth seeing this theory not as something completely out of the blue, right? It's maybe a compelling variant of that bigger idea, simulation theory.
Right, I've heard of that one. The idea that we're all living in a big computer game or something. Yeah.
Sort of, yeah. Simulation theory broadly suggests our whole reality is maybe constructed, maybe run by some super advanced civilization. But the prompt theory, it adds this really crucial and kind of deeply personal layer. The specific idea that, quote, we didn't get to choose to be who we are, we were prompted that way.
So it's not just the world, it's us. Our very selves.
Precisely. It implies there was some kind of script, or a set of instructions that shaped our very being, right down to our thoughts and what we do. It suggests that the free will we feel, our autonomy, it might just be a really, really intricate illusion.
Yeah.
And what these sources really light up isn't just if we're prompted, maybe, but how this whole idea taps into these really deep human worries about control, about self-determination, things we worry about even without thinking about AI.
Okay. So here's where the sources, I think, really start to connect that abstract theory to what's happening right now.
Right, the technology angle.
Yeah, they spend a good bit of time talking about the astonishing speed AI tech has been moving at. It ain't just fast. It feels like a whole different gear.
And that rapid climb is exactly why this prompt theory is getting traction now. Our sources give some stark examples, AI making photorealistic images and videos.
Yeah, the realism is getting scary.
It's moved at an incredible pace. Remember those first kind of funny AI pictures online?
Oh yeah, kind of goofy looking.
Right. Now we're talking content that can actually trick entire age groups. The comparison one source makes is pretty eye-opening.
What's that?
It says, video games took 40 years to become lifelike. AI has done it in 3.
3 years. Wow.
That speed up, it's just something else. The sources kind of hint it's not just about more data, but these new ways the AI models are built. Things like DRANs and diffusion models. They let AI create stuff that looks more and more real, more consistent.
And didn't the sources mention something specific like a Google thing? VEO.
Yeah, Google's VEO3, that really seemed to be a turning point based on the sources. A video generator came out back in 2025.
So just recently.
Right, and it made people kind of stop and take notice because the videos it made were just uncomfortably close to reality.
I remember reading that bit where the narrator saw a VEO3 video of a woman and just flat out believed she was real, couldn't fathom it was AI.
Exactly. That level of realism is what's fueling this whole conversation. It makes you wonder, like you said earlier, is it just the sheer amount of data or how smart the algorithms are getting? Or both?
It seems like it's got to be both working together.
I think so. The algorithms are getting way better at using all that data in more subtle, nuanced ways. And the worry here, it goes beyond just, being fooled by a picture.
Right.
The sources explicitly say this quick improvement, this ability to make really convincing fake stuff, it could start an actual war.
Goodness, like deep fakes and misinformation.
Exactly. The power to just make up reality, something that looks totally real, and spread it around, that's becoming a very real danger right now.
Yeah, you can see how that erode trust someone fierce.
And it's already happening. The sources talk about this widespread paranoia. People just automatically assume something is AI generated if it doesn't look right or doesn't sound right.
It's like we're second-guessing everything we see online.
It's almost become instinct, yeah. One of the creators mentioned in the sources has been on YouTube over 13 years.
Uh-huh.
He kind of laughs about it, but says even he gets comments saying he's AI.
Get out of here, really.
Yeah. It just shows how deep this distrust is running now in our online world.
And that connects right back to something else I remember reading about. The dead internet theory. Was that the same person?
It was, yeah. He talked a lot about that back in 2021. The idea that maybe a lot of the internet wasn't even real people anymore, just bots and AI churning out content.
I remember thinking that was such a wild, mind-bended idea back then.
Yeah, right. But now, today, it's almost just, common knowledge, ain't it? Or at least something lots of folks suspect. What seemed way out there is fast becoming just how things are.
So what are the real-world problems with this trust breaking down? I mean, beyond just being confused.
Well, the sources get pretty serious about the practical side. They ask that big question. How are we going to believe anything we see or hear going forward?
Yeah.
Think about the justice system, for instance. Imagine someone could easily fake a video of you, reproduce your voice, your likeness,
Oh, Lord.
and present that as super compelling video evidence. You could have a perfectly faked video showing someone committing a crime they never did or confessing to something.
That's terrifying.
It could lead to just awful situations. The sources even float a scenario like someone being sentenced to 12 years in federal custody for spreading the false theory that we are nothing but ones and zeros, just because a fake story was built so well.
And didn't they say something about politics, too? Like a politician trying to ban the theory?
Yeah, campaigning to ban the prompt theory from schools. That just shows you how much this idea is stirring things up, making folks really uncomfortable. It's hitting policy talk now.
So it goes from this kind of sci-fi idea to real court cases and school board meetings.
Exactly. And that discomfort, it leads right into the big existential question the prompt theory brings up.
Which is?
If AI can make these super realistic simulations, whip up whole personalities and backstories just from a paragraph, could our own lives be kind of like that, part of something similar?
Right. Back to that core question.
It really challenges your personal identity, your sense of self, and that whole idea of free will. The sources ask it straight up. How do you know your own personality wasn't described that way by something else?
Woo. That ain't just theoretical talk. That hits right at home, don't it? Our sense of who we are.
It truly makes you wonder, doesn't it? If, like the theory says, we didn't get to choose to be who we are, we were prompted that way, what does that mean? What about our God-given free will? And the unique souls we believe ourselves to be, right here in Overton County and everywhere.
Yeah, it rattles that foundation.
And the sources push it even further, suggesting the really unsettling thought that maybe even your earliest memories weren't just embedded as a part of you thanks to a prompt.
So even my childhood memories, maybe not real.
That's the implication. It questions the very ground floor of our personal history, challenging if our lived experiences are truly authentic.
Okay, now hold on, because the sources also make it clear. Not everyone's buying this prompt theory hook, line, and sinker. Bless their hearts, some folks are pushing back hard.
Oh, absolutely right. There's strong disbelief highlighted in the sources. People are saying, real emphatic, we're not proms, calling the whole idea nonsense or a red flag.
Yeah, they ain't just rolling over for this idea.
Not at all. They're not ready to just give up their individuality, or the uniqueness of just being human.
And they point to those things that feel uniquely human, things that just seem to fly in the face of being some kind of code. Like, why does it hurt so much when we lose someone?
Right. If we're just prompts, would we feel that deep grief, that connection?
Or that feeling of, I write what I want, I have free will, that gut feeling that you are making the choices? That's a powerful counter, ain't it?
Yeah.
Like, our consciousness is more than just an algorithm.
It is, and there's also the perspective that maybe what looks like prompts, waking up, knowing what you got to do, falling into routines, even feeling common emotions, maybe that's just part of being human.
Not some outside instruction.
Exactly. And then you got that more kind of casual view, almost brushing it off. Life is only as deep as you make it. Let's stay in the kiddie pool. It's probably nothing right.
Kind of like, don't think too hard about it, it's too scary.
Pretty much. Maybe a way to cope with an idea that's just too unsettling for some folks to really wrestle with. Stay comfortable.
I can understand that reaction, honestly.
Yeah.
But the sources don't just stay philosophical, do they? They talk about real practical dangers happening now.
They do. Beyond the deep thoughts, the prompt theory kind of shines a light on immediate problems with advanced AI. Like, the sources mention students using AI for cheating on every test and dissertations being written by AI.
Oh, yeah, that's a huge problem for schools, for sure. Undermines the whole point of learning.
Right. Threatens educational integrity, the value of achievement.
And there was that ethical thing about media and advertising that really, it stuck with me.
Yeah.
Especially since I appreciate, authentic stories.
What part was that?
They talked about this magazine calling itself the Beauty Authority.
Okay.
And it's using AI-generated pictures of women, fake women, for articles talking about real beauty procedures people get. And the photo credits, they're the actual AI prompts they use.
Seriously, they list the prompt as the credit.
Yeah. And it just makes you stop and ask, like the source did, why are we using fake women to talk about real women's bodies? It felt like removing real people from stories that are about them. Just feels wrong, disingenuous.
And that hits the trust factor again, hard. Do you trust this information when it's paired with a fake face, a fake body?
Exactly.
And that question, it goes way beyond beauty tips. Do you trust health advice from AI-generated cases? Or any important info where the picture or the voice might be totally made up?
It's not just about big lies like fake war videos.
No, that's a key insight from the sources. It's how even these kind of subtle, seemingly harmless fakes, like AI models in a magazine, they chip away little by little at that bedrock of trust society needs, often without us even realizing it's happening.
Now, this next part from the sources, this really gave me a chill. The thought that this technology has more than likely been used before on us and we didn't realize it.
That's a heavy one.
And they give a time frame, something like anytime within the last 10 to 25 years.
Yeah.
Just let that sink in.
Yeah. The implications are huge, aren't they? Think about what could have been faked and just accepted as real back then.
Like what?
Well, the sources suggest things like a fake video of a politician talking, maybe stirring up trouble, or war footage that wasn't real, pushing a certain narrative, even a treaty being signed that never was.
Good grief.
Or maybe even just a super popular viral video that everyone saw and believed, but it was totally manufactured to sway opinions. Like the sources say, the ability to fabricate reality is the most powerful tool anyone could have.
Changes how you look back at things, don't it?
It really does. It can alter history, alter our collective understanding.
It's like the sources paint this picture, We are flying down this track at 1,000 miles per hour, and there are no emergency brakes.
A powerful image.
And it just keeps bringing me back to that question. Who out there is trying to make sure that we don't crash? Who's looking out? Who's putting the brakes on this thing, putting up some guardrails?
That is the question, isn't it? And it leads right into that final, really provocative thought the sources leave us with, a real head-scratcher.
What's that?
It asks, when a deception is created and then disseminated to the public, and the public believes that deception, does it become truth?
Oof. That ain't just rhetorical, is it?
No. It's pushing us to really rethink what we accept as real.
Yeah.
It's telling us to go back, look at old news reports, old videos, with these new critical AI analyzing eyes.
So wrapping this up, our sources, they really lay out a future where truth itself feels kind of up for grabs, where our own identities might be something we have to question. That's a mighty weighty matter for us to consider, especially, as folks of faith.
It truly is. And think about this, another point from the sources. If this tech is still in its infancy now, Just try to imagine it in 100 years.
Lord have mercy.
How far will it go? What will we understand as real then? Even the smartest folks today can't really picture its full reach. It means we got to stay vigilant, got to keep thinking.
You know, our good Lord gave us discernment for a reason, didn't he? And this deep dive, it ain't just about big ideas from far off places. It's about what we stand for right here in our homes, in our churches, whether you're listening in Livingston or maybe over by Standing Stone State Park or down towards Rickman.
Right. It's about guarding our hearts and minds like we're called to do, discerning truth from deception in all things. It's about holding on to what's objectively real when reality itself can be messed with.
So here's our call to action for you, our dear listeners, right here in Overton County and roundabout. Don't just let these questions rattle around in your head. Talk about them. Talk with your neighbors over a cup of coffee. Discuss them with your family around the supper table.
That's important. Open conversation.
And when you see something online or anywhere that makes you kind of pause and wonder, do it, pause, pray on it, ask the Lord for clarity. That critical thinking, that discernment, it's more vital now than it's ever been, I reckon. And hey, if this deep dive stirred something in your spirit or just plain made you think, please go on and hit that like button for us.
Yeah, that helps others find the discussion.
Leave us a comment, too. Tell us your thoughts. We really do read every single one, and we learn from y'all. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe so you don't miss our next deep dive.
And before we sign off, maybe let's offer a prayer for all humans, wherever they might be listening. Our Heavenly Father, we come before you now, humble in spirit. We're seeking your wisdom, Lord, and your light in this world that just keeps getting more complicated, seems like.
Yeah.
Guide us, Lord, as we try to navigate these blurring lines of reality, these challenges to understand in truth and who we are. Grant us discernment, Father, to see clearly. Give us courage to stand firm in what's right and true. And keep our hearts open to your unchanging truth. Protect us from deception, Lord, and help us to cherish the real, genuine human connections and experiences you've blessed us all with. May your grace abound for all your children, near and far. Amen.
Amen. And a big old shout out to all y'all listening. Whether you're working hard over in Cookeville, maybe relaxing down in Crossville, or right here in our beloved Overton County. Until next time, keep seeking that truth, and God bless.